You got 3 days every time somebody presents you an offer. So somebody gave you a ticket, so they presented you an offer to show up in court or don't show up in court, or we're going to break your legs or we're not going to break your leg. So somebody gave you an offer. So you got 3 days. You got 3 days, same thing with the IRS. Where do you believe that you have the right to administrate me? Where do you believe you have the right to administrate my property? Now, you have the right to travel. You have the right, and I'm not going to get into this silly nonsense with the right to travel, right to drive, right to move from point A to point B.
Yeah, don't go down that road. That's good.
Right, because this is my belief. This is my words. This is the language I use. I don't care what's in your books. I don't care what your codes say. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I am telling you, I have the right to drive. Do not have the right to travel? Yes, I have the right to drive. Why? Because I say so. I believe so. Not only is that my belief, but like I said, this is what I say to people, not only my belief, but you could start using all those ridiculous citations that everybody knows about the right to travel back from the 1930s or the 1940s. That just like a simple one was like West Virginia Board of Education versus Barnett, 1943, where it just simply said that no government entity. It starts out kind of funny. If you're trying to find the actual quote, it said constellation. So you just Google the word constellation within that ruling. And it basically says no matter where you go in the universe, it's universally that no public official has any rights to interpret man's beliefs. So if I believe that I have the right to travel, no government official has the right to interpret my beliefs. So that's all you basically say. It's like, who is trying to interfere with my right to travel? And you make that's the thing you send back the offer for 3 days. Like I said, when you bring it to the county prosecutor, they're just going to laugh. They're going like they do to me. Then I always beat them, though, when I go to court. But the first 3 days, they laugh. And I just say, they say to me, are you an attorney? You go, no, I'm a hell of a lot, better than an attorney. I said, I'm a man, and I got standing. I said, I'm going to give you a clock. I said, you better just accept this, or you're going to lose. And then when you lose, I'm going to get you for battery and filing false claims against the man. And they're like, well, we'll see in court. Okay. It's your wish. Have a nice day. So like I said, all you basically do is the prosecutor, I always ask the cop who gives me the ticket, I said, are you going to prosecute this claim, or you have somebody locally that's going to do it for you, like a county prosecutor, who's going to do this for you? And they'll say, oh, the county or the town. I said, okay, thank you. I said, do you know where they're at? He was like, oh, he'll give me the address. Okay, thank you. And then I write my little thing. I go home. I write my little thing. I don't argue with the cop on the side of the road. And then I just tender him back his offer. And I'm saying, I believe this officer wrote this in error. I believe he thinks that I'm privileged, that it's a privilege for me to drive, when I believe I have a right to travel, I have a right to drive. So before he gets himself in trouble and files this false claim and continues with the false claim, I'm going to have to return this to, stop him from hurting himself. Give him a fair warning that if he pursues this, I am going to file a claim that he's interfering with my rights to travel. So, like I said, the prosecutor's going to laugh at you. So I said, hey, that's fine. See, everybody waits, like you guys always do this to me, and it makes me laugh my ass off all the time when you guys say this. Well, you're going to show up in court. I said, wait a second. The cop gave you a ticket on March 1st. Are you going to wait until April 1st before you start getting your ass in motion? Yes. People have called me going into the courthouse. I'm paying the parking lot attendant. He said, where are you now? She said, what should I do? I'm going to court. I said, when did you get the ticket? It was like a month ago. I'm here. I'm paying the parking attendant. I said, you're getting advice from me, and you're walking into the court. Why didn't you ask me this a month ago when you got the ticket? It's like, oh, I was busy. So like I said to you folks, you got to hand it back to the person within 3 days, and then on the fourth or fifth day, file a claim against the prosecutor's office for failing to file a claim, which there's an injured party, which there's a breach of a contract.
Whose office?
The prosecutor, who's ever prosecuting the claim. You're not going to sue the cop for writing you a ticket. You're saying, okay, who's going to prosecute this? I'm going to go after the man who's going to prosecute this, because he's moving a false claim through the court. The cop's not moving the claim. The prosecutor's moving the claim. So that's why I asked the cop, are you going to prosecute this? Or are you going to have a county prosecutor, or a town prosecutor, or a state prosecutor? Is there going to be an attorney who's going to prosecute this? Who's going to prosecute this claim ticket? He's like, well, the county has an attorney. I said, okay. And that's what I'm saying. Then you go after the prosecutor. It's just like I don't put my name as a plaintiff versus defendant, I always say that I am the prosecutor, and I'm going against either a wrongdoer or a respondent. So either they're going to respond to me, or they are the wrongdoers. They did me wrong. They caused me an injury. So when I say that, to me, I want them to respond, when I have a traffic ticket. On day 4, I'm going to file a claim against them that they're interfering with my rights to travel. I got stopped on the side of the road. For some reason, this man believed that I did something that caused somebody harm or an injury, or he believed that I was operating under my driver's license at that time, which I was not. And I ordered ordered and demand from the prosecutor to cease and desist from this frivolous claim against me, and he refused to. And he's going to now pursue this in 30 days, and I'm going to want to be compensated for wasting my time to answer a frivolous claim, because the prosecutor has no standing. Neither does cop. He's not the injured party. So like I said, you could do it on the ticket slayer's guy's way. He sounds like a good guy. It sounds like an awful lot of steps to me. Like I said.
4 steps, I think. Yeah,
but like I said, I make it very simple, because then when the prosecutor gets a lawsuit in his lap on day 5 or 6, he's going to have to answer that. He's going to say, I've never seen anybody do this. Most people just go to traffic court and argue back and forth. Well, I got rights, I got this, I've never seen anybody turn around and throw a lawsuit at me. Well, bingo, there you go, buddy. Here's a lawsuit coming back at you. Because you better prove that I interfere with somebody's rights, because this is common law land. If you believe I was operating under a license at that point in time, well, you're sadly mistaken. No, I was not. If they say, well,
Karl?
What?
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Finish. I'm sorry.
Well, I'm just saying, if they try to say, well, you gave me your driver's license, that's not my driver's license. What are you talking about? It clearly says on the back that it's the property of the Department of Motor Vehicles, and they could remove it and take it from me at any time. That's not mine. I didn't produce that document.
Yeah, no, it's not yours.
I'm not the
You're
creator.
right.
He's like, well, you want to see my driver's license? I was like, I gave him something so he wouldn't tase me and put a bullet in my head on the road. What do you think I'm going to do? I was under coercion, extortion, threat. He was going to break my head. What do you think I'm going to do? He wants something from me. He's got a gun. He's got a taser. What do you mean? Give him a hard time. Say, oh, that's not my license. It's the Department of Motor Vehicle license. Of course, I'm going to hand him whatever the hell it is to get me the hell down the road. This isn't. It's just a strange man coming up to me and said, hey, I saw you going fast. Give me your driver's license. I said, you got a gun? No. You got a taser? You going to hit me or beat me? No. Then go F off. And I'm going to drive away. But since this guy's got a gun, well, I handed him, if he wanted my wallet and all the money in it, I'd hand him my wallet and all the money in it. Because he's got a gun. What was I supposed to do? Argue with this man?
I just wanted to ask, can I consult with you on this? Because I got the second ticket in a row, and I got the first one waived, because I didn't have my car registered and so forth. Yeah. And so I'd like to use this. I can use ticket slayer's approach, but what I would like to do is to make a point with the prosecutor that heard that individual, and to make it clear that they don't have the right to tell me whether or not I can drive without one of their registrations. Does that make sense?
Yeah, well, like I said, the whole trick is pretty simple. All you basically have to tell them is, oh, did you believe I was operating your vehicle that's registered and titled into your state at that time? No. I was operating mine. Now, does somebody want to come forth and make a claim that I was operating their motor vehicle because it's titled? You see, it's hysterical when you move in common law, because you just say, oh, I was led to believe that the state has ownership of my car because they have equitable title and I have legal title and blah, 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 blah. It's like, you know what? I don't believe any of that nonsense is true. You know what? Somebody from some man named California is going to have to come forth and claim that that he owns a portion of this vehicle and he can tell me what to do. Like, oh, well, the title says that, and the title says that. Well, you know what? I've never seen a title, a two-dimensional piece of paper, ever stand up in court and testify under information. The title could be modified. The title could be altered. The title could be forged. I want a man to come forward who says that he's the state of California, says, I have legal title in that car, and he's going to register it, and he's going to inspect it the way I'm going to do it. let him come forward. If not, I'm going to do whatever the hell I want until a man comes forward and makes a claim. Is a man going to come forward and make a claim? Yes or no? If we lived in France, everything I said is drivel. Everything is all nonsense. But in America, it stands true. Thank God. Like I said, if we were in any other country, and operates under a civil code, all my stuff is brittle. We're one of the last countries on the planet that operates under the common law. So while we got it, we might as well use it. Because I guarantee they're going to try to flip it as fast as they can once people start understanding the rights of man.